Namaste all. So this is a short video to understand Durga Saptashloki. So Durga Saptashloki is considered a very powerful set of hymns carefully chosen from Durga Saptashati, the 700 shlokas on Durga, which is also called as Devi Mahatmyam. It starts like this. ज्ञानिनामपि चेतांसि देवी भगवती हि सा बलादाकृष्य मोहाय महामाया प्रयच्छति. So this hymn is directly addressed to Jagadamba. Jnaninam api chetamsi. Even in the minds of jnanis, spiritually evolved souls, Devi Bhagavati, O Devi Bhagavati, what do? Balad akrishya mohaya mahamaya prayachati. By your power, you attract even the minds of evolved souls towards moha. Moha is delusion. So balad akrishya, forcefully you make the minds of even jnanis to be attracted to delusion. That is the power of you as Mahamaya. So Mahamaya is the Shakti, is a delusional power. Maya is much needed, right? Else we would be remembering our past lives. We'd be remembering all the mistakes we made 10 days ago. So it's the compassion of Devi that she is present in our lives as Mahamaya, the delusional power. But it is also necessary to become aware of this Mahamaya, because the same power sometimes pushes us to understand things in not a very correct perspective. So delusion is as such misunderstanding something against what it actually is not. So that is Maya. And that Shakti is the goddess herself, because it is by the virtue of that Shakti that we survive, that we get a chance to evolve ourselves. And at the same time, since if anything that comes into existence has dualities, right? The Mahamaya has another flip side, that due to this Shakti, sometimes we end up not understanding facts. We get deluded, we get into moha. So even spiritually evolved souls are forcefully attracted towards moha. That is the power of this Shakti. So Mahamaya is the Shakti who was residing in Mahavishnu when he was in Yoga Nidra, and Lord Brahma used this stuti in praise of the Devi to awaken Lord Vishnu to fight the demons Madhu and Kaitabha, who had emerged from Lord Vishnu's earwax. So this was a stuti sung in that context. The next is Durge Smrita Harasi Bhitima Shesha Jantoh Swasthai Smrita Matimativa Shubham Dadasi Daridrya Dukha Bhayaharini Katvadanya Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadardra Chitta. O Devi Durge Smrita Harasi Bhitim Ashesha Bhitim Jantoho. Hey Durge, you remove the endless fears, Ashesha Bhitim, of Jantoho, of all the people, Smrita, who remember you, Harasi, Bhitim, Ashesha Bhitim Harasi. You remove the endless fears from the mind of that person or those people who Smrita, who remember you with devotion. Swasthai smrita matimativa shubham dadasi. Swasthai, within them, in their heart. Smrita, whoever thinks about you, meditates on you. Matim, in their consciousness, in their heart. Ativa Shubham Dadasi, you bestow so many good things, such amount of auspiciousness on them. Ativa Shubham. It's not some auspiciousness, it is extreme amount of auspiciousness, exceeding auspiciousness. That is what you bestow on them. Daridrya Dukkha Bhayaharini Ka Twadanya. Twadanya, apart from you, Ka, who is there to do what? Daridrya Dukkha Bhayaharini. Who else is there who can destroy daridryam, that is poverty, dukkham, that is sorrow, bhayam, fear? All of this keeps continuing in our lives, right? In different intensities, but these are the fundamental problems of our lives. Somewhere there is lack of abundance, somewhere there's a lot of fear, somewhere we are in sorrow. And the only entity that can remove all of this is Durga. So, Daridre Dukkha Bhayaharini Katvadanya Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadardra Chitta. Sada Ardra Chitta. Your mind is always filled with compassion. You are compassion incarnate. And you're full of compassion for Sarvopakara Karanaya. You are there to render all sorts of help to your devotees. And therefore, O Devi, I bow down to you. So that was the second verse. The third verse. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Sarva Mangala Mangalye. Mangalam is auspiciousness. Mangala Mangalye, you are the one who bestows auspiciousness to auspiciousness itself. Right? Sarva Mangala Mangalye. In all the auspiciousness, you are the auspiciousness. Shive, you are yourself embodiment of auspiciousness. Shive, Sarvartha Sadhike. For every goal, every desire, every objective that your devotee has, you are there to fulfill it for them. Sharanye, you are the refuge of all the three worlds. You are the Sharanam, the refuge. Anything and everything finally comes to you, seeks refuge in you. Sharanye. Trambake. Trambake is you with three eyes. And the three eyes here have a lot of meaning. Three eyes may mean past, present, and future. Three eyes may mean the person who has the sun, moon, and fire as eyes. Right? Three eyes may also mean the three different state of consciousness. So the number three has a lot of significance. So Sharanye, Trambake, Gauri. Gauri is the one who is shining like a lightning, one who is very effulgent, bright, shining. Gauri, Narayani. Narayani is the one who is omnipotent, omniscient. Namostute, I bow down to you. The fourth verse is Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute. Hey Narayani, I bow down to you. And Sharanagata Dinartha. Sharanagata, people who come to you, who seek refuge in you, those kind of dinas, distressed people, for them, right? People who are distressed, artha, who have a lot of sorrow in their heart, who are so troubled in their hearts. Paritrana parayane, you are so adept, you are so skillful in removing that distress from their minds. Who? The people who take refuge in you. Sarvasyarti, arti is suffering. Sarvasyarti hare, you remove all their sufferings, O Narayani. I pay my respects, my obeisance to you. That is the fourth shloka. The fifth verse is Sarva Swarupe Sarveshe Sarva Shakti Samanvite Bhayebhyastrahi no Devi Durge Devi Namostute. Sarvaswarupe, you exist in all forms. There isn't an entity in the sphere of creation that is not pervaded by you. You are there in every being. You dwell within every being, and you are there in all possible forms. Sarvaswarupe, Sarveshe. You are the Isha. Isha is possessor, like you hold. You are the ruler of everything, of all powers, of all Shaktis. Sarva Shakti Samanvite. Each and every power, energy, Shakti is you. Bhayebhyastrahino Devi. O Devi, Bhayebhyah Naha Trahi. Please save us, protect us from all kinds of fears. Durge Devi Namostute. Hey Durge, obeisance to you. The sixth verse. Rogana Shesha Napahamsi Tushta Rushta tu Kaman Sakalana Bhishtan Tvam Ashritanam Navipannaranam Tvam Ashritahi Ashrayatam Prayanti. Rogana Shesha Napahamsi Tushta. Tushta, when you are pleased, when you are satisfied with us. Rogana Sheshan Apahamsi. Asheshan Rogan. There are endless diseases in this world, and all of that you apahamsi, you destroy. When you're pleased with us. Rushtatu kaman sakalana bhishtan. Rushta, if you're not happy with us, if you're a little angry on us, if you're not pleased with us, what do you do then? Kaman sakalana bhishtan. You have to add apahamsi from the first half. What does that mean? You destroy all our abhishtan, desires. When you are angry with us, when you are displeased with us, you destroy all our desires. So is that a good thing? Definitely yes, because we are trapped into the endless cycles of births and deaths, endless cycles of negativity, pain, sorrow, because we possess what is called desires. The moment you stop having desires, there are going to be zero expectations, and without expectations, it's a very it's the supreme state of independence that you start existing in, which is why it is encouraged to control or keep a check on your desires. Okay, not all desires are legitimate. Whatever. I'm not validating the sense of your existence. I'm saying desires can lead to the downfall of any person, right? Unchecked desires. And when she is angry with us, she removes all these desires, which means she keeps us in this neutral, very divine state of existence where you are contented with yourself, where there's fulfillment in your heart, where there's always happiness and bliss. And that's a very beautiful state of being, where you are completely independent. You are not dependent by conditions, thinking patterns, expectations, right? It's a very free place to be in. And when she's angry with us, when the goddess is angry with us, she removes all these desires. So that is what is meant here. Tvam ashritanam na vipannaranam tvam ashritahi ashrayatam prayanti. Tvam ashritanam na vipannaranam. People will not go astray if they have sought refuge in you. And nothing bad can ever happen to them if they have sought your refuge. Tvam ashritanam na. There's not going to be any kind of a misfortune that is happening to them. And therefore, Tvam ashritahi ashrayatam prayanti. Tvam ashrita, seeking refuge in you, is the hi ashrayatam. That is the only refuge for anybody that has to be attained. You are the ultimate refuge. No matter what they do, the ultimate refuge, whichever place they go, whichever person they seek help from, you are the ultimate refuge for any such person. So that is the sixth shloka. The seventh shloka. Sarva bhada prashamanam trailokyasyakhileshwari evameva tvaya karyam asmad vairi vinashanam. Sarva badha prashamanam. Please remove all the obstacles that we have. Okay. Trailokyasya akhileshwari. You are the Ishwari. You are the goddess. You are the ruler of all the three worlds. Evameva tvaya karyam, and therefore, by removing all our afflictions, this way, evameva tvaya karyam, okay, asmad vairi vinashanam, may all our enemies be destroyed, and therefore, tvaya karyam, your work, let that be achieved. What is your work? Your work is to destroy the evil and protect the good, and therefore, please remove all our sufferings. So these are the valuable gem-like 7 verses from Durga Saptashati, and it is believed that chanting these 7 verses is equivalent to chanting the 700 verses from Durga Saptashati. Thank you so much for patiently listening to this video. Thank you.